but about an average of 26 feet each way, and they contain, again on the average, 2 bedrooms, little bedrooms, 1 sitting room, and 1 bathroom, and 1 combination. What do you girls call it now? A dinette, and in the kitchen.
Dinette.
That's it.
Will it be individual houses or row houses?
Most of them will be individual. In some cases there will be duplex. In some cases, three apartments of essentially the same size.
Now, if I may become extremely local, there's a question of changing the USHA local housing project in Alexandria into a housing project and a torpedo plant where it's come up.
I couldn't tell you about that project. There was a project for Alexandria in this long list. Now, whether it was changing the USHA project into a Navy project, I don't know.
Mr. President, after his conference with you this morning, Lord Lothian said that his information seemed to indicate a general crisis in the Far East to be imminent. Do you have any information to that same general direction?
Why don't you have to ask the State Department about that?
Mr. President, maybe last speaking on the establishment of an Atlantic fighting force for more than 125 years. That program, the organization is called a 203.
No. That's ship force.
Mr. President, are you planning to defer the appointment of the Transportation Board until after Mr. Owen B. Young's committee report?
I don't know. Things hadn't come up. I knew there was to be a 3-man board appointed. I don't know. I haven't had any recommendations of names yet.
Well, there's been a rumor that Mr. Young may be one of those members. Is there any basis in that?
No, I hadn't heard about names any. When's the young board going to report?
Said in the near future.
Oh, that's
Mr. President, one of the educators might be going back to Philadelphia and Hampton and were unable to report. New York City building and
well, that was one of the many hopes. There's nothing on it.
President, can you say whether you think the firm found by the labor board to be largely electronically the Spanish Congress?
No, I think you have to check on what this committee this afternoon.
Mr. President, have you seen the text?
Not yet. I don't know, what did I say? I haven't finished studying it. I'm working way through about 10 or 11 o'clock tonight, and I may finish my study. I don't know. I can tell you, guess that it will be fine.
President, the report from Mexico City that this government is going to only contact the peninsula there.
North and South Highway, which means, of course, it's been completed to Mexico City, carrying it on down partly with 2 little stretches in there, down to the Guatemala line.
This is supposed to be the Atlantic Pacific parallel to the second.
I'll be back referring to the railroad.
What? The what?
President, referring to the only one that ship canal allowed.
Oh, well, oh, yeah.
Supposed to drive in 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, the permit. You'll know down there on the isthmus, particularly about it now, is the political Kentucky rock canal. Quite high elevation. There's always been since the first survey was made. And they found even then there wasn't enough rubber on top of the canal, top of the ridge, to feed a canal. Like Gatlin Lake and Gatlin and the river down there, Sharper's River. So they took up, I don't know, I think I'm a little late, I think it's back in the 50s. They surveyed the possibility of a railway. across the ship railway. It's been taken up about every 5-10 years since then. I haven't heard about it lately.
One thing to be said about the Alaskan Highway,
Stuff and snowfall.
President, you expect to attend the national games in Rankin next month in New York?
Where is it? In New York? I'd like to go to it. I've been to one years ago. I took the 7th degree in the Grange. Some people understand what that means. And I'd like to go very much. I've got it down on the calendar somewhere. I don't know. I never can tell. Thank you, Mr. President. I'm terribly funny. I didn't think it was Annie Wilson.
Well, I meant it to be.
I think it was. I thought it was just probably amusing. I'll put it on the train and give you well, I still hope. I talked to Mrs. yesterday. I've got the faintest idea where I'm going to be. You can't tell. Maybe it's just a continuation of the expected thing. I don't know. I don't know. No, I've got the thing definitely in mind. I'd say, I know around 25th this month. Yeah. I haven't forgotten it.
President, you've got two Captain Callahan's here. Captain Callahan's here.
you remember meeting my son, President?
How's it going? 2 years ago. It's good to be glad. It's good to see you. Thank you. What are you on now?
Am I on now?
Yeah.
Well, I'm on a vacation. I'm the present time, Mr. President.
What are you going to do?
Well, I'm working out in San Francisco.
Well, then you'll have to wait.
Took a little time off, come back and see my dad.
I thought you'd glad. Well, he's behaving extremely well, except that I fooled him on not one, but at least 3 different occasions when we were booked for the coast. And each time something has blown up. Well, we're getting quite fatalistic about it.
Well, we hope that you will be a visitor out there soon, Mr. President.
I hope so, too, but frankly, I don't think there's a chance as long as this darn thing goes on. You know what happened there in the question today about what the British ambassador said about the Far East is true. And that's reported to the State Department, but it really is true. It's no fun. We don't know what they'll do next. Well, I may have to come out to the coast to look things over there. I had a very good time with Joe Richards.
Oh,
and,
have you seen him soon?
Lunched with me.
Oh.
He and Bill A. stayed with me from 1:15 to 3:30. My imagination tells me that's right.
What's I told
Well,
I told Wally you have a couple minutes.
how have you been? Sit down on the water. You got any pipe on your mind?
No.
You know what? Water works for the government too, so it's all right.
You can see it being paid by the FDR for it. Can you read it? Anyway, I hope that you'll please it. Elliot.
I thought the most lovely discovery. No, I knew it. I knew the fact, and it never occurred to me. I never thought.
There's one more now with the public library checking every comment. Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
In the mirror this morning, Wally.
What?
You gave it the grace to put in your file.
in the Herald?
Yes.
Times
I think
earlier?
that's okay.
Sure.
I'll get it, sir. Have you seen the papyrus for FDR?
Look, but here's one thing I wanted to ask my old friend of the scripts out Biggs about. One of your old friends. They're all your friends. Now look, before you read that, I want to ask you this. Roy the other day received, Roy Howard, a telegram apparently, which was published, I think UP carried it, all UP papers. A telegram, as I remember it, from the chief of the Japanese Press Association, whatever it is.
Mr. Naga.
What?
Mr. Naga.
Well, evidently an old friend of Roy's. In which Mr. Naga, or whatever his name was, said the damnedest thing that ever happened. I would prefer this because it only stir up bad feeling in this country, and this country is ready to pull the trigger if the Japs do anything. I mean, they won't stand their nonsense. Public opinion won't in this country from the Japs if they do some fool thing. Well, this Mr. Naga fellow wires to Roy and says, there will be no war with the United States, I'm quoting from memory, on one condition, and one condition only. And that is that the United States will recognize the new era in not the Far East, but the East, meaning the whole of the East. Furthermore, that this recognition, there must be evidence of it. And the only evidence of this recognition the United States can give is to demilitarize all of its naval and air and army places in Lake, Midway, and Pearl Harbor. Of course, that's the first time that any damn Jap has told us to get out of Hawaii. And that's had me more worried than any other thing in the world that I haven't seen it
The
promised.
question is how responsible Mr. Naga is.
Well, I won't.
Head of the Press Association. An old timer. He was in his day what they call a swashbuckler over there. They have their equivalent of swashbuckler. He's known American English as a swashbuckler.
I see.
Time. And I think he has no responsible connection of any kind. He was frozen out when they amalgamated, government amalgamated, compelled him to amalgamate all the press associations. Froze his out.
I see.
Made him aware. He's now a Japanese baron.
I see.
And Mr. Naga really doesn't, I don't think he carries much weight. Now, the master vocal starts off on that way.
Yeah,
That's something else.
that's right. Yeah. Well, of course, we are worried, awfully worried about things today, because this opening of the Burma Road on the 17th, that's a pretty definite challenge on the part of the British. And the only thing that worries me is that the Germans and the Japs have gone along, the Italians, for, 5-6 years without the hook swimming, without the misjudging foreign opinion. They played a damn smart game. Now, the bottom of the chance you get keep on doing that all the time, made to do something foolish. But on the bottom of the chance, you won't shoot it if it's wrong. And the time may be coming when the Germans and Japs will do some fool thing that will put us in. That's the only real danger of our getting in, is that that foot will slip. What?
I thought this would amuse you. Some man doesn't know the guy. An executive called my secretary and the next yesterday called me to know if he thought that the fine and war would give orders to our 140 clients